One of the biggest questions I get is, what if they're low? This is where some of the art of the coaching practices come into play. Here are a few examples of some of the interventions that we do if our players are short on certain values throughout the week. If an athlete is short on 90% efforts for the week, that sprint count over 90%, one of my favorite activities to do is a sideline-to-opposite-number sprints. I line them up on a yard line and have them sprint from the sideline to the opposite hash, and I tell them to pull up by the time they get to our track. What this does is it gives them a good distance to work up to something really close to their top speed to make sure that they're going to trigger that 90% value. Athletes will complete 2 to 5 reps with 2 or 3 minutes of rest between repetitions on Wednesdays unpadded. This can come either at practice or in our weight training program that we have at our school. If an athlete is short on 70% yardage or sprint yardage, for those using 11 miles per hour, our athletes will complete a 2 to 4 reps of a tempo run where they'll start at the bottom of the numbers and they'll snake their way all the way through 100 yards. I tell them to go at a pace of 80%, ensuring that we're going to start ticking on those 70% sprint yardages. We'll do 2 to 4 reps with 2 or 3 minutes of rest in between. This is an easy intervention that allows us to artificially inflate those yards, and a great activity for Monday or Tuesday if our athletes are still struggling from a previous week. If an athlete is short on player load, something as simple as just jumping in with a 90% effort group or 70% yardage group will help inflate these numbers. 20-yard sprints separated by 30 seconds of rest with a set of 10 or 12 can inflate that player load as well. Or simply having them do 2 or 3 reps of kickoff return rather than the one that they usually do. These are great ways to get both tactical and physical stimulus to our athletes. Keep in mind that when it comes to an athlete being low Monday through Thursday or high Monday through Thursday, there's no specific recommendation that I can give you. Your practice style and how you play on Friday is dictated by the culture of the team and the program. I've seen programs get away with a lot of volume because that's the identity of their program. And I've seen other programs where that same amount of volume will absolutely crush their athletes. Your program is specific to your community and the culture of your team. Take that into account as you're using these recommendations for your program.